Hi, very good morning to everyone. What's up? Mm, I'm unpacking my. I don't know if I got tea or coffee, so let's see. Mhm. So, rubber band, rubber band. So, how's it going for everyone? Like, how's life? How does your. What day is today? I haven't checked out. It must be tea, I guess. It looks like tea. It's sticky. The ones which are sticky is tea, actually. I want coffee, but yeah, it is tea actually. I wanted coffee, but my mom has ordered tea. Let me um I'm trying to fill the cup of okay. Oh, it smells coffee. Very good. Thank God. That sometimes certain things gives me an impression that my mom has ordered tea because she keeps switching. Okay, the coffee is very good. Very good, very good. Taste of coffee is very good actually. My hand is quite sticky because of the leak. There's a leak of this coffee in this packing, so I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll do it. So what day is it today? We are on. Okay, this is Saturday. Cool, man. Okay, this is Saturday, July 11th, 2026. Cool, excellent. So I usually don't keep track of days, date, year. I don't do that. I slept last night for 3 hours. Then I woke up. And then I was awake for some time. I mean, I was not able to sleep, but I was awake. And then I slept again for another 3 hours. So I slept for 6 hours in two different splits. With a split in between. Hmm. Okay, what have we got today to speak? What's going on? Okay, I'll talk about the kind of friends I had. Okay, so I grew up in the city called Madurai. So all kind of friends whom I had were highly motivated people to do something very good in life. Okay, they come from that way of thinking. Whatever they are going to do, they want to do very good in that part of life. Okay, so okay, you got an idea, right? They don't have, they don't like to be mediocre. They don't like mediocre way of thinking. Their thinking is they want to be the best in what they're doing. They want to do really well in what they're doing. Very highly motivated people. Okay, like right? Highly motivated. They want to be competitive. They will like if you put them out in the street with nothing. Also, they'll know how to get out and build their life up. That kind of people. Okay, these kind of people are my friends. Okay, you know what I'm talking, right? So I'm one among them. So I had different kinds of I had different circle of friends from growing up at school. Even in school, I had different friends circles, different college. In college, I had different friends, and then I went to work. There, I made a lot of friends. So it's like everywhere I go, there'll be a lot of friends I make. Either I make or they approach me to be a part of like being a friend. Okay, something like that happens. But it happens in places where I go. I don't make friends randomly with some people in the public, so they're like strangers, right? That is very difficult to happen. So that's how it works. So a couple of years back, I think all my friends got married. Yeah, all got married. They have their own children and everything. A couple of years back, that's like 2015. Yeah, during this Shilpan and the stage relationship case, I went to my friend's home, just like that. A couple of them in different cities. One thing which was Okay, paired. Okay, so what I was talking is about my friend and his wife. I mean, friend, all my friends and their wives. Okay, so whenever I went to visit their home, I usually I don't go regularly to my friend's home to visit. Once in a while, I might go. So, so my friend's wife was complaining about my friend who bought a shoe for 15K or 20K. I don't know, some crazy thing. Okay, so the missing puzzle was nothing but he was bicycling to work. Like he was using his bicycle to go to work, like 20 kilometers of bicycling. So he has done a lot of research to find what kind of shoe he wants to buy, and that's how he goes and invests 15,000 rupees just for a sneaker. So for her wife, she does not come from the world of understanding why this guy is investing 15,000. Her thought is why he is spending 15,000. Spending of 15,000 for a shoe is not acceptable for his wife, but she does not understand what is behind this 15,000 rupees investment on a shoe. So this is just one kind of complaint which came out of my friend's wife. I've got a lot of complaints. Every time I go to my friend's home, some friend's home somewhere someday, their wife complains something about me. Some small thing. I have no clue. Do they do I look like a cop where I'm going to somebody's home and people are complaining to me? It sounds like that, okay? Because every time I go to my friend's home, some complaint. I don't know. Always they make some complaint to me. So it's like crazy, very crazy. Um, okay, so how do I explain to my all my friends, their wife who are watching this video? How do you how do you decode your husband? That's my friends. And how do you sort out life? Is very simple. All my friends are very highly motivated people. Okay, highly motivated in the sense they will they don't they don't give a shit to what's happening around. Okay, their motivation is to do very well in life. Their motivation is to they want to do really good in life. So these kind of guys, okay, whatever they are doing, they want to do really good. So they are mostly tune their brain accordingly. That's how they work. Okay, because like how I am highly motivated person. All my friends are also similarly. They all very similar. We have similar kind of way of thinking. Okay, we like don't give a fuck to what's happening around us. We need to do well. Then you have to put in that effort and do. That's the very thing we know. Okay, there's no excuse to do well in life. We come from that kind of place. Okay, there is no excuse at all. You gotta do it. It's very simple and easy. Okay, there's no room for excuses. So it is it is just that all my friends' wife have not understood who their husbands are. That's where the problem is coming. That's why when I visit my friend's home, there's a lot of complaint coming to me about my friends. So anyway, I'm telling this. So you'll have to sort out this thing. Okay? The idea of husband and wife in India is very misunderstood or mistaken completely. A husband and wife it does not mean both can uh, both can control each other. You cannot control a husband cannot control a wife cannot control a husband. Okay, so you need to cut that off first of all. So if your husband is different, then you cannot keep complaining about your husband. If you are not able to come to a place that okay, your husband has a certain way of living and he's going to live that way, and you as a wife, you have to create your own way of living, and you have to live that. So what is that common thing you both want to do is what you will have to figure it out. The rest and all you don't get into it. Like say if you're in the places where you think there's a dispute or where there's a problem coming in. Like for example, one of my friend's wife was complaining that just a second.
Okay, this should work. Uh, Both of my microphones have died. The battery has died, so I've just put them on charge. So it'll take like 2 hours to finish charging. So like so to all my friends and their wives, right? How you have to deal is very simple. You have to figure out ways like you create a life. What do you want to do? Your husband creates a life. What do you want to do? What he wants to do. What do you want to do? How your way of living. Okay, split it out. Okay, and then what you and your husband are going to do in common is what you got to talk things out. Where you are going to be in a common place, where you're not going to be doing together, split them out. Okay, so you need to get to that place of first figuring out and drawing this boundary of what is common thing which you and your wife and husband together are going to do. That's the very thing you have to work it out. Everything else, forget it. Okay, if you get to this place, you're sorted out. Because if you keep on complaining, it means that you have not sorted out things with your husband, right? Like how you're approaching life together is something which you have not sorted out. So you'll have to sort this out. Or if you still think, no, this is not working, I'm not happy with my husband, the only advice I can give you which will work is get a divorce and get out of the marriage. Go find somebody like the way you want, you think you would match along with. That is the best thing to do. Filing a divorce has to be normalized. That's what I'm trying to say. Just get a divorce and get out. Okay, free my friend out, because these people are mostly all my friends are mostly highly motivated people. Okay, like they want to do really well in life and they want to do extremely good. Okay, something like that. Okay, they have that kind of mindset. So if you're not able to cope up with or if you think that their his way of living is too much to get along with, then the best thing to do is divorce. Get a divorce, get out. Because all my uh, all my friends, what happened is they all got into a traditional marriage setup, right? I, in fact, I was the only guy who was constantly telling that marriage is absolute waste. You don't need to sign a marriage papers. You just need to find a girlfriend first, date, live in, figure out things, live in, hang in there. You can very well live in, you can have sex, you can have babies legally. Everything is possible to do. You don't have to sign marriage papers. Uh, that's if you have done that, it would have been much better, because when you're not married, right, you can split out and go out if you want to go. If you want to see, okay, I'll tell you, I'll put it the other way around. I'll put it in a very different way, so it's more easy to understand. Let's say I'm going to have a girlfriend. What I'll do, I'll tell you. Okay, first of all, I will not marry a girl. I'll have a girlfriend for sure. That's something which I'm ready from 18 years of age, not at 42 today. What I'll say is, hey, you do what all you like to do in your life. What all you're doing, right? Just do it. I don't give a shit like what you're doing. You be whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Tell me what you and I, the same way, allow me to also be the same way. When I give you that, when I tell you that you have the life which you want to create and do whatever you want, and I will do the same exact thing from my side. Now tell me what you and me want to do in common. That's the only thing we'll have to speak on the table. Get on the table. Tell me what you and I are going to do in common. Okay, we both are going to have sex. That's common, because very simple logic. I have to insert my penis into her vagina. The other way around, her vagina has to accept my penis. So that one is sorted out. So that's the first clarity we have. Common thing which we have to do. The other thing, what? I want to dance with her. Now, if she wants to dance with me, then that becomes the common part. Okay. Third one is I want to hang out with her. Like, I want to have an active lifestyle, going out, hanging out. So I want my girlfriend also to have a similar active lifestyle, to get along with me nicely, and not be that lazy female. You know what I'm talking about, right? Nice and active female who'll be like, okay, I'm game. If I just say, hey, tomorrow morning I'm going to head out like 7 o'clock for cycling, and then we are going to come back and we're going to spend the entire day outdoors, and we're going to come back home early in the night. In between, we can stay anywhere. We can do whatever you want. We'll decide. So for that, my girlfriend has to be ready. I don't want my girlfriend to keep complaining. Hey, I'm not going to come out. It's very hard. This. No, we'll figure it out, because I'm trying to challenge a lot of things to see how things work. So I want my girlfriend to be very supportive. very supportive. At the same time, you will have to tell me what you're up to, what you're not up to, so we'll figure it out. Some days I mean, we'll take turns. Sometimes when you want me to spend certain things, certain time with me a certain way, I'll try to see what that world is, what your world looks like. Then what is my world look like? I will try to take you in. So we'll have to figure out things. That's it. It's not that difficult. Okay. So and like you don't have to treat me like a husband. I don't have to treat you like a wife. You just like boyfriend, girlfriend. If you want to abuse me, you can abuse me. I can abuse you back also. So we'll keep it at that level. Okay. If you feel like you want to do that, you feel like you're like so pissed off with my life or what I'm doing, you can just shout at me. I have no fucking problem. Okay. Do you get that point, right? So that's the kind of person I want. I want her to come down, have a life, do whatever shit you're doing. I don't even care about what you're doing. So what is that you and I are going to do in common? That's the only thing we have to get it. So, okay, okay, first thing I want to have sex with my girlfriend. That's one thing is common. Second thing is, I may want to, okay, I want to do a lot of smooching with her wherever we go. So I'll talk this out, okay? And then I'm going to dance with her. And then I want to get her on the podcast. Okay, that's something I definitely want because there is a reason why I'm saying I want your girlfriend to get on live on podcast with me because you will have to feel comfortable. You may feel very uncomfortable, but you will over the time you will change it and you have to turn comfortable. I'll ask you a lot of difficult questions. I put in a very uncomfortable situation in podcast, so it'll be very odd. So you'll have to handle it. That's the way I like it. Okay. So you have to be up for it, very supportive, to get on podcast, to get down to, because I'm going to show you something which you do not know as a female. Well, if you are already aware what I'm going to talk, you'll be really good in why I say I want you to have on the podcast and keep doing every day a podcast. There's a reason behind it. Why I'm trying to get my girlfriend on podcast and to get comfortable with podcasting every single day. There's a very very important reason behind it. In fact, I recommend everyone in India to, if you're like husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, do every day some podcasting and take your wife, take your husband, both of them get on the podcast. It doesn't matter what you talk. Make her talk, make the husband talk, make the wife talk, do some shit, okay? It's just social media, man. So you can just do it. Fine. That's what I would recommend people to do. Because I want my girlfriend to wear a bikini on the podcast, and I would also be wearing something like this. I'll take my shirt off. So we both are doing a podcast, and my girlfriend is wearing the bikini string top, and she's wearing a thong, and she is sitting along with me. I mean, over there and me over here, or we'll combine two tables together and we'll put the podcasting setup. And this is how we're going to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to make my girlfriend feel uncomfortable to comfortable on a podcast. That's why I'm trying to bring my girlfriend on a podcast. Dress up differently. I want my girlfriend to be the bikini girl, okay, on my podcast. This is how I want my girlfriend to be. There's nothing. I'll make you feel better and better. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions also. I'll ask you straight away, like, are you feeling uncomfortable when you do podcasting, when you wear a bikini and you're showing up live on your podcast? Do you feel very uncomfortable about it? I want my girlfriend to talk about it. I'm going to make her talk, okay? This is what I'm going to make her do. Because I want to get a hell lot of things out of my girlfriend's head so I can free her up and then she can live an amazing life. Because females in first world countries have decoded life like the way Indian females have not decoded their life. First, why I like females from first world countries is because of the way they go out in their life. So if you're a female from first world country, right, you have no clue how Indian females live a life here. Okay? It's a very dark world here in India. I love females from first world countries, the US. Okay, I'm done with my coffee. I'm done with my coffee, and then I'm getting my lemon rice offloaded. It's going to take a little bit of time. Where's my drop-up plan? Oh, it's here. Okay. Okay. So, uh, just 1 second. I'm just trying to fix things up. Okay. I'm doing some unpacking and offloading the packed food on my plate, the big huge plate. I just finished with the coffee. I'm starting with my breakfast, which is nothing but lemon rice and uh, lemon rice and vada. Yeah, lemon rice and vada. I want to wash my hands. Just give me 1 second. I'll just wash my hands and come back. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna have my breakfast, which is nothing but lemon rice and I've got lemon rice. I've got two vada and I'm just filtering out the curry leaves. There's a lot of curry leaves in my lemon rice. I have to take them out and put it in the cover, the trash. Okay. Yeah. So what? I'll try to change the angle for some time. Do you see my plate? This is my plate. Okay. Okay, this is lemon rice, this is vada, and this is some kind of curry which goes with the lemon rice. Okay, you can mix it up. Some kind of vegetables, yeah, vegetable curry. I could see, I don't know the name of this vegetable. I could see one or two potatoes, not potato, just something else. Hey, I'm not good at with the names of vegetables. I can Google it and tell you later on. So you got a hang of my plate, right? What's on my plate? So to all my uh, friends and their wives, and okay, if you are feeling that you have a lot of complaints, it means that if you are not able to handle the lot of, if you have a lot of complaints about my friend, that's your husband, it is you've gone to the place where you're not able to handle it with the amount of complaints you have. The best thing to do is divorce and move out. That's one part I would definitely advise, because once you get to the place of too much of complaints, you're trying to mess up your world. Okay, so that you could do it. Or if you're like you want to sort it out, you take a pen paper and you try to figure out and see where do you want to draw the line. Like you have to draw some line with you, right? So in the sense, how do I explain? Figure out what you want to do in life as a wife in that marriage, in that married life. Like let your husband do whatever he was doing. Okay, don't get into this what he's doing. What you want to do is what you need to figure out. Once you figure this out and you start doing it, that's it. Then I'll tell you what will happen. Then your husbands will start complaining about you to me. Maybe that would happen. So you just have to figure out what are you going to do, whatever you want to do in life, right? Just go start doing it. Take a pen, paper, start writing down what all you want to do, how the life you want to live. Go and start living a life. That's what I would say. The best thing once you figure out what you want to do and how you start living that life, this thing of problem will get sorted out. It's just that you're too focused with what your husband is doing. That's why you're trying to pick up a lot of things and put it out as a complaint. So that means you have really not sorted out your life. You didn't figure out what kind of life you're trying to live in that marriage life. Okay, so that's what you haven't done it. I would highly recommend to all my friends' wife is that let your husband do whatever he's doing. You have a lot of complaints, right? That means you're too focused on your husband. So forget that. First, you sit down, you take a pen and paper and write down what all you're going to do on a daily basis, what kind of lifestyle you want to create. Forget your husband's lifestyle, okay? Either you can copy your husband's lifestyle or you're like, no, I'm not going to copy. That's like fucking bullshit lifestyle, okay? You can talk about this also. I'll create my lifestyle. So you sit down and create your own lifestyle and start living your life. That'll fix your problems. You stop complaining about your husband because you're busy with the way you want to create life and the way you want to live, right? When you get to this place, your husband is living a way of living. He has his own lifestyle and he is living accordingly. As a wife, you have your own lifestyle and you're living accordingly. Only the common thing between the two is where you need to figure it out. Like you both have to talk things out. That's it. Otherwise, you don't even interfere into what your husband is doing, then he will not interfere into what you're doing. Okay. So you get to this place, it'll be very beautiful. That's what I'm trying to tell with my girlfriend. Just common things alone, we'll talk it out. You do whatever you want, like whatever is your interest, you keep doing. I don't even give a shit about it. Okay. Uh, that's how I am actually. So what this the entire thing of my friends and friends' wife is happening is boiling to one important thing, that marriages in India is is actually not understood the way it has to be understood. It has been misunderstood. Marriage and marriage life in India is completely misunderstood. You think that marrying means you're trying to take on ownership of the other person, right? That's what you're trying to. That's how your thinking is. Like as a wife, you want to take ownership. Like you want to own your husband, or the husband wants to own wife, something like that. You're getting into that space. The reality is not that. It's not how it works. You're very much an individual. Your husband is very much an individual. The wife is very much an individual. Your husband is very much an individual. So you both got to pick up and you have to create your own lifestyle first of all. You both have to figure out ways to create your own lifestyle to go out and live a life. If you don't get to this place, your marriage will be a lot of complaints all the time. And what I'm trying to tell is, your husband do whatever shit he wants to do. As a wife, you try to figure out create a life for yourself. Like, try to create a lifestyle, life. What do you want to do? Take a pen, paper, write it down. Start doing it. Nobody's stopping you. Okay, do that. That's what I'm trying to say. When you start creating a lifestyle and you start doing right, you won't complain. You won't have time to even complain about your husband because You're not you're not finding what your husband is doing. Instead, you're focused on trying to live a life which you want to live. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. This problem was not just with my friends and their wife. It happened with people I knew in the office, the workplaces I worked, right? I had a manager, okay? I was working in a multi-billion dollar tech company, US-based tech company, from Chennai office. So manager, it's a high-paying job. It's a very advanced, it's like deep tech, okay? And my manager was there. So this man, he earns a lot of money. Like he's earning a very good salary, like very obvious. Um, he yeah, he had run into similar kind of problem. What my friends and wife, the way they complained, right? He ran into something similar. I'll tell you what this is. What happened? So um, he he has a family. They live in a rented home for now, and he has bought a home on loan. Yeah, that's what I mean. I came to know from other people. I didn't ask him directly. Uh, and then he does not own a vehicle. Instead, he uses a public transport for commuting. Okay, so fine, that's his lifestyle. Now, I go ahead and buy this Tata Nano car, Tata Nano Twist, when I was working in that company. Now, what happens is uh, he is not able to get into a place of understanding how did I end up buying a very cheap car, working in a very big multi-billion dollar company, earning a very good salary. With my salary capacity, I should be able to buy a Volkswagen Polo, a minimum Volkswagen Polo, right? When I bought a Tata Nano, he's like, what is going on? He's not able to cope up with understanding what's this guy doing because I'm in his team, right? There's a lot of talks going on in the office also around this whole subject of me driving a Tata Nano Twist to the office. That office are people who earn a lot of very high salary people. It's a very top company. Okay, it's an American-based company, high skill set required company, high-paying job company. Okay, but the number of employees are very less. Well, it's because it's just an R&D center. Uh, so people who drive cars into that company, right? They all drive minimum of about 10 lakh rupees car. Minimum, I'm telling you, minimum about 10 lakhs is what the budget of car they drive to the office itself. Because everybody are highly paid people. Everybody could afford a car which is more than 10 lakhs. That's a better way to say it. Okay, everybody in the office, right, get a salary where they could afford a car which you could buy for more than 10 lakhs on EMI or whatever you could say that. Now what happens is I end up buying, like I know, right? I don't. So these people try to fit in the way how the office works, and then they decide what to do and what not. I just come and join that company, and within few months, I go and buy a Tata Nano Twist and I drive the car to parking. So that the entire IT park, there is a certain parking space allocated for the company which I work in. There are a lot of companies in the building. So I go and I check with my manager that I want to park. I just bought a new car, so I want to park my car. Where do I park it? Can you tell me which is our parking space? So I was just trying to check with it. I told him I bought a Tata Nano Twist car and everything. This thing goes crazy. Okay, now it's just not my manager who is talking about to me about this my car which I purchased. The entire office is now going like bonkers because they did not expect to see someone who drives a Tata Nano car to this company because everyone earns a high paying salary job. Everyone's earning capacity gives an opportunity to buy a car for a car which is more than 10 lakh wage. You can very easily buy a car more than 10 lakh. And everyone who drives a car into this office, they all own cars more than 10 lakhs. About 10 lakhs range is the cars they drive into this office. Every employee. Okay. I'm the only odd man out guy. It was so fucking crazy that it became like people in the office went crazy about my car than anything else. So it's like okay, a lot of females in that office, right? They started uh, getting attracted to my car, even though it's the most economical car I drove to that office with the kind of salary everybody's earning. The most economical car, like what 2,20,000 rupees is the car. They started on a twist. It's the latest version which started bought into the market. 2 lakh 20 lakh car, and everybody is driving a car which is about 10 lakh range. Everybody's car, which is every employee who's driving the car is about 10 lakhs. I'm the only guy. I look like this, Mr. Bean, I guess, to the office. Yeah, it was crazy. So my manager was like, he was telling that he was not. We don't talk things a little directly, but kind of among the group, some conversation happened. So he was telling that I'm going to buy my wife this car. It's like his his way of thinking is this started on a twist car, right? It's a car reserved for his wife, is what he's thinking. So he says that I'm going to buy the starter autonomous car for my wife and make her to learn to drive car, and then let her drive the car. Is what his thinking is. So that's what it was. A car I bought, a Tata Nano Twist car I bought, made people talk. It's just not my manager was talking a lot about this car that I bought, and then I, since he was talking a lot about this car during the discussion with me, right? I told him that okay, looks like I thought like he looks like he wants to check out the car. He didn't know to say that. Oh, can I come and check your car? Like I want to sit in your car and see how it looks like. He didn't know how to say that. Who my manager? It's very obvious. Like he's very senior to me, right? So sometimes they wouldn't talk very freely to communicate like this. Okay? What I would do is I have no problem. So he was very often talking about the car, Tata Nano car which I bought. He was checking with price. He was checking with I should buy this for my wife, this that. He was talking about a lot of things. Okay, that's when I realized, okay, he looks like he's very interested in the car. So let me take him. And one day I told him that, no, okay, his house and the place where I go and live, my home, is on the way. Like my home is far away from his place, but the route, the same, it's on the same route which I can go. So I immediately one day told him that uh, I'm going to my home, and that's on the way is your home. So I will drop you in my car, so you can come in my car. Is what I invited my manager, because he was very often talking about my car. I was like, okay, looks like something is he wants to check out my car. He doesn't know how to say it. We're struggling with it. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll take him. So I went and told him that yeah, we both were working for 8 hours, and then I told, okay, I'm going to my home, which is in OMR. His home was in Velachery, right? I told him, fine, I will take you in my car. I'll just drop in Velachery. I'll go to OMR. My home is in OMR. I will just drop in Velachery and I'll go to OMR. Um, so that's how I ended up inviting him, and then he came. I took him in the car. I drove in the car and I dropped him in his home eventually. We were speaking a lot of things, and then because I wanted to normalize the situation because he was continuously talking about the Tata Nana car quite often. Because his lifestyle is he has invested money by taking a home on loan. His motive is he does not want to buy a vehicle because he is ready to utilize public transport and live life. He's very comfortable with commuting in public transport. That's the way he's figured out life. Okay, that's his intellectual property way of thinking. He has figured out this is what he wants life. Now suddenly I come in, and this office is a place where everybody is earning a lot of very good salary, very high salary. Okay, and to clear interviews in this office is not clear. It's not easy. Okay, it's very competitive. So uh, now this, right? Like I'm like that American guy. Okay, so I really don't try to fit in based on what people are doing. Instead, I would go out and live my life. This is how I live. So that's how I ended up buying Tata Nano Twist car, and I drove into the office, where everybody's car is about 10 lakh rupees range, and people started noticing me. A lot of people, and this this incident motivated female population in the office. Okay, to first they have they have some old cars, I guess, in their homes. Okay, it's very old cars. So this has motivated a female to drive a old car and come to the office because one day I was at the parking. I came into the parking area to park my car, and I know this female because she's not in. Yeah, she's in my team exactly, but not. My team is split into two. Okay, but we interact with each other. Two different teams. It's the same. It's the same project. Two different teams, but we have to interact. That female is another team. She drives the car one day to the parking. I drive the car to my parking. My car is a Tata Nano Twist car. Her car is another old car. Now she was struggling with the parking, something. Okay, so she asked me for help. I had one more teammate, was a guy. Okay, in my team. He sees me having a conversation with that female in the parking area, trying to help her out with parking. I mean, I could have gone and drive the car and parked her for her, but I told her I'm not going to do that for you. I'll try to help you out. Just try to learn. She's trying to learn to drive car, and she's come with the car to. I guess she is a very newbie to driving cars, so she's driving a very old car, some 10, 15, 10 years or 5 years, 6 years old car, very old model. She drives to the parking area. She is struggling to park. Okay, she was asking help from me. I I mean, I would have very well told her, can you just get down? I'll do the parking for you, and then I'll hand over the keys to you. I would have done that. Instead, I said, okay, I'll help you out. I'll just tell you how to do this and do it because I'm very good in driving cars and everything. So I can very good in figuring out the angles and everything. Even the most difficult parking areas, I know how to maneuver and park and get out. Okay, I'm very good at that part. Okay. So I was trying to help her out and telling, this is what you have to do, just do this, and you'll be able to do the parking perfectly. At that time, one guy from nowhere, from my teammate, he usually does not come into the car parking area. He does not own a car. Okay, but there's an escalator which runs into that part of the car parking of the same building. So I guess he was about to take the escalator and he saw this. I guess he started seeing me interacting with her, and I don't know what happened in the office. They thought that I am the guy who started bringing this car concept. And after I drove this Tata Nano Twist car, the female population in the office got motivated, and they went and started learning driving cars. They started driving the old cars. The parents or friends, somebody, I don't know what that is, the old cars into the office. Before I came, this female was an employee. I was before even I came joined the office. She was already there. She's been working for 5-6 years in this office. Okay, she never drove a car to the office. So it's just that. So this news spreads inside the office. Like I drove the car first, and now the female employees are getting motivated, and they started driving the car. And then like crazy. And my manager on the other side, my manager does not know this part. She does not know what is happening between me and my manager. And my friend who notices this, he goes and gets into the talk. So office is like full of talks going on. It's like crazy. It's like absolute crazy. You cannot imagine. So this, so my manager, yeah, oh man, my manager was like, I started taking in my car on most days because he was continuously talking about my car, and then I said, okay, fine, I'm on the way, I'll drop you, no big deal, because it's the same route I'm going to take to my reach to my home. Just on the way, I need to drop him. I said, okay, please join, no problem, I have no problem with it. And I told him, you don't have to share money. He asked, shall I share the fuel expenses with you? No, I said, no, 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 no big deal, because just on the way. It's not like I'm not trying to take a different route. So it's just on the way, I'll drop you. I have no problems, I told my manager. And since he was very fond of my car, I told him, I need to take this man in my car because he's very fond of that car, man, literally. Everywhere I go, right, something keeps happening. Something like things go viral just like that. Something I'll be doing something which looks normal to me, but for everybody it's very surprising. So it changes the momentum of the way people are working, they're thinking, everything is getting challenged. Yeah, it's like I'm making people think that somebody like this could even drive a Tata Nexus to office when everybody's salary is way good to buy a car about 10 lakhs range. At the same time, this manager and the female employee in the office, we are talking about this whole thing. This whole thing is going on one side. Another side, Shilpa Ananda's stage relationship was going on. Shilpa Ananda was there. Now she is not happy with my decision buying this car. Instead, she keeps on repeating to me that, why don't you buy a Volkswagen Polo? Why don't you buy a Volkswagen Polo and not this car? So I told her that, no, I'm not buying Volkswagen Polo because I like Volkswagen Polo. I love to own a Volkswagen Polo. I don't deny the part, but I'm buying this car because I want to be a loan free. Like I don't want to run loans and give bank hell lot of money. I don't like that concept of know what I'm talking, right? So the way I bought Tata Nano car, the Tata Nano Twist car, is very simple. I had savings of 1 lakh rupees, okay, as a amount in my bank account. So I put that 1 lakh, and then rest 1.2 lakhs. I swiped the card and converted to 6 EMIs. Okay, so that loan I would have paid just the interest amount for 6 months of EMI which I paid, a very minimal amount, 5,000 to 8,000 max. That is on top of the principal, you have to pay the interest, right? If you add up the interest for 6 months which I paid, it would just be like 5,000 or 6,000 rupees, something there. It's very minimal because I want to finish off. I don't want to take a long tenure loan. Usually people take 5 years loan, 3 years loan for car loans, 5 year loan. So your interest itself will be huge. Okay? So I want to avoid that situation. I would have I would have definitely Shilpa Anandu. She was continuously telling me buy a Volkswagen Polo, buy a Volkswagen. She was continuously telling me, okay, and she started telling me that you can go to this showroom, you can buy a Volkswagen Polo, and she has done some homework or somebody. She's just connected with somebody, and she told me to buy a Volkswagen Polo. I said no. I mean, I would have. I, w- I definitely like Volkswagen Polo, no doubt about it. It's not that I don't like Volkswagen. I love Volkswagen Polo, but the situation is I wanted to buy a car, but I don't want to keep paying huge amount of loan amount. I mean, huge amount of interest to the bank unnecessarily. I don't want that. I don't want that life. And I definitely don't deny that Volkswagen Polo is not a bad car. I mean, it's a good car actually. I don't deny the fact. Okay, it's definitely a good car. Her recommendation was good. I never said that your recommendation is bad or nothing like that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Well, this started on a car was making a lot of noise. Like, I mean, get people to talk, right? When I bought it on a twist car, the office that female parking, the females get motivated to drive car after me driving, buying this car, driving to the office. Manager gets interested in this car. He wants this buy this car for his wife. That happens, and then Shilpa Anando, she says that buy a Volkswagen Polo continuously, not this car. And then what happens is I had a friend circle, right? I have different friend circles. One friend circle, right? I told them I bought this car, and we went out. They felt very uncomfortable, very very uncomfortable to sit in the car, because they all drive expensive cars. Okay, they all drive about 10 lakh range cars. Okay, we'll put it that way. I'll not tell you what is the cost of the car to drive. About 10 lakh range cars, what they all drive. All my friends, like in that circle. So just because they are my friends, I told them to join. We'll just go out in the car, and I took them. They felt very uncomfortable with this car. Okay, so this one part. So this started on a twist car which I bought, right? It created a lot of noise around everybody whom I knew. There are a lot of crazy things happened. Okay, so I was driving this Tata in a car with Shilpa Anando from she was driving working in Chennai IBM office in what is that ID Park? There's an ID Park near the I forgot this place. Okay, so I was in Saidapet. There's an IT park in Saidapet, small IT park. That's where my company was. I go there. I drive my car after work, and then go pick up Shilpa Nandu from her IT park, and then we both drive in the car to her home in Roypeta. Okay, what happened is crazy thing happened. Uh, one guy in his two-wheeler, okay, one man in his two-wheeler has been following my car, the Tata Nano twist car. It's a purple color Tata Nano twist car. I'll show you the pictures. I may have the pictures. Is following my car for last 5-6 kilometers, I guess. I went and parked the car in Shilpa Anand's home in Roypeta. This man comes just behind me. When I open the door and walk a step out, this man in his two-wheeler comes and parks the two-wheeler, and he says, immediately he starts a conversation with me. He told me that, "Hi sir, I've been following your car for last 6 kilometers because I wanted to talk with you and ask you about the car." Imagine how crazy it is. Like I've never had an experience like this before in my life. Like nobody has walked up followed me for like 6 kilometers to ask a question. He's telling me openly, "I've been following you for the last 6 kilometers, your car, just to check out, ask feedback about your car and to know about the car. 6 kilometers. He's driving his two-wheeler. Like, I'm like, crazy, man, where do you all come from, man? Like, which part of the world are you all coming from? Because all it takes is to go to the showroom and check out, or open a website and check out. But he wants to check from a person who's driving the car, I guess. So he stopped the two-wheeler. He just said, "Excuse me, I want to," he says, "Excuse me, I've been following." He just told the truth, like whatever he wants to. He did not hide anything. He told, "I've been following your car for last 6 kilometers. I was because I found your car very attractive." What car is this? The most economical, cheapest car. It's 2.2 lakh, the most cheapest car. There are cars, like expensive cars, driven on the roads of Chennai. There are a hell lot of expensive cars going on the roads of Chennai. You know, right? This man just drives his motorbike for last 2 kilometers. Then he tells me that I want to know the feedback of the car because you're driving the car, you must be the car owner. I said, "Yes, I'm the car owner. I just bought them." I told him that I just bought my car, just brand new. So he asked me, "What is the feedback? Can you give me some feedback about the car? How is the car? What is the price of the car? And will this be suitable?" He said that I have a son who is studying in college, so I'm planning to buy him this car. Can I buy him this car? It's his questions. Like, he's asking me 4 to 5 questions. One is, he asked me how is the car to drive. He asked me what is the price of the car, and he asked me is everything in the car up to the mark. And then he's asking me a recommendation. I have a son who's studying first year or second year in the college somewhere. And he says that, "I want to buy my son this car. Can I buy this?" This is his question. Some random stranger, absolute random person. I do not know even who he is. And I'm not even a popular person, right? I'm like nothing guy in Chennai. At least if some popular person drives a car, it makes sense somebody to follow him and ask questions to get to know. It's a very common thing to happen. Some popular people who, I'm like nothing guy in Chennai. So I'm just driving this car, and these people are coming and asking me questions. I was like totally taken by surprise. So this one Tata Nano twist car which I purchased, right? It is like it's drawing too much of attention in among everybody whom I know. It's just not. It's just that one person, and that attention is drawn. Even the public, even the public is drawn towards my cars, the car. Like the attention of the car has drawn even a public towards me and my car. It's gone that crazy. I never thought, like I thought, like I'm buying the most cheapest car. Who's going to notice it? Like nobody's going to know what I'm doing. But that car makes more noises than an expensive car which has been driven on the roads of Chennai. That's what that's what surprised me. Like so, Shilpanand argues with me continuously that telling that buy a Volkswagen car, don't buy this car. I told no way I'm buying this car. This is how the entire conversation is going on. My manager, the female who started driving cars just because they got motivated seeing me driving a car. And this guy, one guy notices me talking with a female because they know that this female never drove a car to office and she started driving cars. So he goes and spreads the news to the office that this guy's he's driving a car has motivated females in the female population in the office to also drive a car. Right? So that, and the manager, he wants us to buy this car for his wife. And then who else? There's a lot of talks going on. A lot of talks. Crazy. And Shilpan on the other side. I had that one car, the most cheapest car, I thought would never make a noise. Like nobody would care I'm driving that car even. And I never had any expectations somebody would even notice the car and me. It went like something different. It went the opposite way actually. So yeah. And it did not stop here. Okay, I'll tell you what more happened. When I told that I'm buying this Tata Nano car, right? Tata Nano Twist car. It's the latest version. It's not the first version of Tata Nano which came out. It's a very upgraded version. Okay? That's what happened is, Shilpa Anandu, I told her we are going to buy the car one day. I told her she's working in IBM office, I was working in Extreme Networks. Okay. So I told her that tomorrow we are going to buy a car. I'm going to come and you put the entire day in, take a day off completely. Don't tell your parents anything. I told her like that. Okay. What she did is she went and she took a day off in the office, but she went and told her parents that I'm buying a car. Something like that. I don't know if she told it or her parents found it very secretly. I don't know exactly what happened. Or she did not know how to lie to her parents and lie to the office. She didn't know that technique. But I'm good at doing all these things, I'm very good at acting and showing things which so people don't get into what I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing actually. I'm very good at all these things. I've done this a lot of times. I told her just try to send an email to the office saying that you're not feeling well tomorrow, like I'm not be able to come. That's it. Just drop an email. I just taught her how to do it. And I told her don't tell your parents, just you come. So like you're like going to the office, that's how you have to plan and you have to get out of the house. And then I'm also taking leave. So we'll go to the showroom to buy a car. Now I go there, her parents come to the showroom. Okay? I didn't know that. Now she told me that her father, she's coming from a lower income family, right? Her father also had a dream of buying a Tata Nano car, but the Tata Nano car was launched because they come from lower income family. A lower income family, the entire lower income family had a possibility of buying a car, it is the only possible car they could buy is actually Tata Nano in their affordable range, that too with loans, EMI loans, taking bank loan. So that went into this entire family that I'm buying a Tata Nano car. So their family, her mom, dad got excited, and she told me that her dad had a dream to buy a Tata Nano car when Tata Nano car got launched in the market. So then I go buy it, right? So their family, her mom and dad come to the showroom, and then I'm like, okay, what to do? And I was talking with this the showroom guy, and I was making the payment. I told him that I'll swipe 1 lakh from my card, debit card, and the other 1.5 lakh from my credit card and convert to 6 months EMI. That part is figured out. We got it sorted out. So now that 1 lakh swiping, he told we can do it, but he says some service charge will be there, some extra 2,000 or 3,000 will be taken up as a service charge or something like that. I said, okay, fine, no problem, take it. Now that part, her mom, dad, me, Shilpa sitting in the showroom, Tata Nana car showroom in Mount Road, I guess, some Tata showroom is Mount Road. Her mom and dad like tell that, no, why do you want to give that 2,000 or 3,000 to the showroom guy? Instead, you go to the ATM and withdraw that 1 lakh rupees, and then you come. I said, no, I have no problem, 3,000, I don't mind, because I don't want to go to the ATM. They said, no, you have to go. So they told me, you go, it's not a big deal, it's going to take a matter of 10 to 15 minutes only, right? You're saving 3,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. That's how they told me. Then I was like, man, these guys are pressurizing. Like I said, okay, fine, wait, I'll go find an ATM and do it. Me and Shilpa went to the ATM. I have to draw with 1 lakh rupees from the ATM. You cannot draw 1 lakh in one shot in any ATM. Okay, there is a limit for every withdrawal amount. So there is, you can draw only 10,000 per transaction. So I have to draw 10,000 rupees 10 times to withdraw 1 lakh rupees out of my ATM, right? I withdraw cash 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. It comes in, it's like a bulk amount of notes comes in. I hand over to Shilpa. She's standing next to me. And every time I'm picking up the money and giving it to her, she's not able to believe what she's seeing. And she starts telling she speaks Saurashtra. She does not, I told her to speak in English. She's not willing to speak in English. And she starts telling me that you are spending money like water. Who? After seeing me withdrawing money from the ATM, she starts telling that you're spending money like water, like you just like that you are spending money. Why are you spending this much money? This, that, stuff. I told like, wait, don't talk now. I'm busy with something else. So then we withdrew the entire 1 lakh rupees as cash, and then I went to the this guy, the showroom guy, and then I handed over the 1 lakh cash. He put they have this counting machine, the cash counting machine. So they don't count manually now. You put in the machine, it'll count, it'll tell you exactly. Okay, that's very easy. So they finished it, yeah. And rest 1.2 lakh, I told him swipe in my credit card and convert to 6 months EMI. Yeah, he did it. It was perfectly done. Then the card booking is over. Okay. So look at just buying one Tata in a car has drawn way too much attention. And in fact, it is the most cheapest car, which should not draw an attention at all. At least by how the people in India think, right? The kind of cars draws attention in India is expensive cars. If you drive an expensive car on the roads of India, it is 100% sure you're going to draw a lot of attention. A Tata Nano car, Tata Nano Twist car, should not be ideally drawing too much attention. But it turned the other way around. That's where it was crazy. Office, it was crazy. That female population in the office driving got motivated to drive car. That went crazy. Shilpa and this family who had a dream to buy a Tata Nano car, and they came to know that I'm buying a Tata Nano car. That created excitement to them. And Shilpa Ananda, she wants to buy she asked me to buy a Volkswagen Polo car. I did not buy that. Why I did not buy that is because I wanted to complete the car. I don't want to pay a loan to the bank. Like, I don't like that. Okay, it's like bullshit. Instead, I will go start a bank. I think that way. So I said, okay, fine. It's like, okay, we both were going to motorbike, right? And we had rainy season in Chennai at that time. So I thought, okay, so we just need a car. I came into, okay, how did I conclude buying a Tata Nano car and not a Volkswagen Polo car or any other car? So I had a savings of 1 lakh rupees in my bank. It's my earnings, which I earned in my job. I had savings of 1 lakh rupees. Now I started questioning myself. Okay, it's raining. I think it's time to buy a car. I don't want to own a motorbike anymore. Then I was looking for what is the cheapest car I could buy, and I don't want to put loan and buy it because I don't want to take too much of loan. I don't want to pay the bank a lot of money. I'm like I don't like that. Okay, I'm not that kind of guy. So when I researched, it was happening in the night time. The night time I make a decision. Next day I go by the car. Okay, I'm sitting on laptop and doing all kind of research and studying and understanding what is with me, what is that I want to do and what I don't want to do. So three things I wire my brain up. I start researching and then I found Tata. I didn't know Tata Nano Twist was the latest version of car Tata Nano had. That's when I just like that. Okay, thought okay, I know that there's something called Tata Nano car. It's the least expensive car. So I thought let me go to the website and check. That's when I ran into this Tata Nano Twist, the latest version of it. Then I checked out what all is there. It was actually it ticked the boxes. It made me feel comfortable to buy the car because it had an air condition. Okay, number one. Number two is the car looked very peppy, like very stylish, very small. Of course, it is a very small car. It looks very nice, peppy. So I loved it. I thought, okay, fine, no problem, I'll buy the car. And then it had. I tell you, the most fascinating thing which blew my mind away is they have this audio system. Okay, that fucking audio system has a fucking Bluetooth connectivity. So imagine, I never thought. Okay, my understanding was it's the cheapest car, so they'll give you the things which can fit into the cheapest car. They won't give you the most, you know, things, not everything which you get on the more expensive car. Okay, so that's how I went it up. When I saw that fucking audio system has a Bluetooth connectivity, just not the aux. Aux is, I know the aux is, an aux cable option will be available is something which I know because I'm a tech guy. First of all, you have to get to understand who I am. I'm an absolute tech guy. When I see the tech related stuff in my car for that particular budget and it's ticking that box, it's like I'm buying it. That one decision which made me to buy Tata Nano 2's car is that Bluetooth connected to my phone because I came into that idea of if I connect my phone with Bluetooth connectivity, I can put I can buy this windshield mobile holder where I can put in the windshield, and then I place my mobile phone there, and it's a Bluetooth connected, and I buy a long charging cable. They have a charging port also, so I buy a long charging cable, so it goes to the charging port, and I can control. And they have in the steering wheel they have some volume mounted. Okay, just 2 or 3 buttons is there. That is more than sufficient to check the volume and click to the next song. So I connect my Apple iPhone, I place it on a mobile holder. It connects. It is paired with Bluetooth. 5 devices can be paired, I guess, max that system. And then I have this controls in the car, just 1 or 2 controls. That's more than sufficient. And I thought, like, fuck, this is more than enough, man. I mean, like, I'm sorted out. All I need is just Bluetooth connectivity, pairing it up. Here I have car controls. I can drive my car and just keep changing and keep going. And the least expensive car, my loan is finished. In 6 months EMI, I'm done with the fucking thing. And I ask questions like, on the Indian roads, right? It does not matter. I drive a Tata Nano car or a BMW. In terms of because the traffic, if you take traffic into consideration, it's a crawling traffic. Okay, the entire traffic in cities in India is a crawling traffic. It does not make sense to me to buy an expensive car. So I thought I was trying to tick every box to find out, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right? And it really, really made sense to me. I don't know about others. It made sense to me. I made the right decision, and that's how I ended up buying this car. It was like fucking awesome. I cannot imagine, right? 2.2 lakh rupees. I'm getting everything what I want. What more do I want? On top of it, on top of all this shit, I drive this car on a highway, Chennai to Bangalore, okay, highway. And its max speed is just 110. So at 90 or 100 kilometer per hour, so I moved to the left lane of the road, okay. So the right lane is where the high speed vehicles go, the left lane is where the low speed vehicles go. So I take the left lane because I know my speed limit is just max is 110, where you can touch. I touch at 95 to 100 max. I don't go beyond that. And I keep driving, and it's an absolute scenic view because when you drive at 90 kilometers per hour, right, you can see the entire view very clearly. If you drive at 145, 150, 60 kilometers per hour, everything is very fast. You can't see it. So that was good. The good part. What else? Yeah, these are the ones.